Yo, what is poppin' peeps from the Philippines to the world? This is Vince the Prince vibing on your zone, your sound, your crown. A rainy Friday here in the Philippines and a breezy morning, evening, afternoon, midnight, whatever time zone you are in as we are live worldwide. We are live on our YouTube and Facebook simulcast via Fresh FM. And for today's Fresh Sound, we got you a rising Filipino band artist, Filipino R&B and hip hop group formerly known as Nathan and Mercury, debuting in 2017 with Swing. And now, this 3rd of May 2022, following the Changing Volume 1 from 2021, is the release of their album Volume 2, which we'll be taking in detail later on. Composed of four members actually. Let me mention him: Nathan Huang, Angela Season, Alex Samonta, and Daniel Monong, now with fresh, new bite-sized name and an Awit Award nominee for Best Vocal Arrangement. Help me welcome Fresh Squad. Let's give it up for Mercury. There you go. Hello, guys.
Yay!
Hello, guys.
Hi. Hello.
Guys, thank you so much. Good afternoon. Alam ko medyo maulan sa buong Pilipinas, but you still, took your time to have Fresh FM with me as the representative to have you interviewed this May. What's the day today? It's 20th of May already. So, how's everything going? Off Mercury, kumusta kayo? Let's start with Chen. Kumusta? How's life treating you?
Sorry, who? Who?
Let's start with you, Nathan.
Okay,
How
okay.
are you doing? How's
Sorry.
yeah?
Doing good. Just working more music, more work with these guys, and really enjoying each other's company so far, and doing great. Things are starting to move again since the pandemic. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's good to hear that you keep it up with yourself and you're sustaining everything amidst everything because this pandemic indeed drove us really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about
Mhm.
Angela? How's everything on your end?
Oh my god, I think you're
Hi, bro.
muted, Megan.
I think you're muted, bro.
Yes, hello. I am now.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
inaudible.
Kagising ko lang, medyo ano. Pero okay naman. Yun din, trabaho din. Just trying to survive out here.
Nice
Mhm.
house, buddy.
That's
Salamat sa
parang naalimpungatan pa ha, Angelo. Naalimpungatan pa ba tayo from waking up? Well, you can relax for a while in there. And how about Daniel? Daniel,
Yeah,
bro.
doing good. Actually, kakatapos
So,
lang. Actually, we've been with the boys for the past few days. We're still
Right.
finishing some music up, and ano, we're just still grinding. And yeah, kakakape ko lang. So rainy afternoon, perfect for hot coffee.
yes, ako
Nice.
din actually.
Yes.
Actually, kahit rainy ngayon, ang sarap pa rin mag-iced coffee. Ewan ko kung bakit. Kahit pag
Yeah,
malamig, gusto
yeah.
pang malamig.
Tama, tama.
Kaya
True.
yun, that hindi ako over-caffeinated or mag-palpitate later on. So, ayan, salamat ulit Nate, Angelo, and Daniel. But before we go on with the questions related with your music, I would like you to reintroduce yourselves one by one again and tell your role in the band for our fresh squad who just, you know, see you for the first time today. So let's go ahead
Alright.
with Nathan again.
Hey everyone. Online. My name's Nathan. The vocalist for Of Mercury. So yeah, Daniel.
I'm Daniel. I'm the
Oh,
drummer for Of
yeah, Daniel.
Mercury. Gio.
Hello, I am Angelo and I am the bassist for Of Mercury.
Nice,
Nice, nice, nice.
nice,
And
nice.
I'm Vincent. No, no. Part of the band.
Pwede rin naman.
Pwede
Pwede
naman.
naman.
Pwede rin naman. Yeah, I do think as oh wait, just a moment. We have here Dom Holiday. Hi Dom, right there. All right, so
Hi.
guys, I want pumunta na tayo dun sa question proper para mas swak at saka para magkaroon pa ng idea lahat ng Fresh Squad and all our audiences about Off Mercury and talking about the genesis of your successful musical journey so far. How did everything started? When did you first meet kayong tatlo, kayong apat? In the university ba or magkakapit-bahay kayo sa na musician sa isang village or acquaintance kayo noon pa man and you decided to form a band? So, how did everything start?
Siguro ano, nag-start kami as batchmates.
Who like to try
We
first?
studied ano,
Yes, I
ayun,
nominate Nathan.
so we were batchmates tapos nag-aaral kami ng music production. So
Oh,
from there we all decided to form up a band noong 2017. Tapos ayun, dito na kami. Still making more music together. So alam kung ano man na-apply namin dun sa music prod nilagay namin dito. So yeah.
wow, that's really cool. Iba yung ano no, iba yung game ng university, yung naging role ng school in in your foundation years as a band. And how about you, bro, Daniel? How did you discover the two? How did you first
Well,
meet? May scene ba?
may theme in a way kasi Nathan had a birthday gig.
Mm.
So it's him and his sister's gig. Tapos on that day, he needed musicians. So since blockmates kami, uh, tinap niya kami ng parang, uy, I have songs, can you just play session muna for now? Tapos in the long run, that session gig with Nathan Huang turned into Nathan and Mercury.
Hmm.
Tapos then we rebranded to of
Ah,
Mercury. So it really started with just session work for him.
So, like acoustic sessions, parang ganon ba?
Yeah, yung may
Or
isang gig kami, it's with Tim Marquez, first namin sa Makati, still Nathan Wong. Then yung second namin, I think that was in Binil. That was Tim Marquez
parang
and
full
Zildjian.
band yun.
Ayan. Full
Tapos si
band na
Zil
yung
nag-bass
next.
nun.
Si Zil nag-bass. Si Zildjian yung nag-bass. Tapos,
Funny. Lol.
yeah.
Ayun, tapos
ah,
yun, and then later on, kasi wala pa we had the former bassist pa before. So si G or si Angelo wasn't around just yet. But then he was still our
Yeah.
batchmate. So later on we tapped in si Angelo to be our new bassist since our other bassist decided to leave muna.
mm,
Kaya ayun.
ah,
And then we had
I
Gio, and from there on out he is now of the
The
Mercury,
bassist.
the bassist.
mm, yeah. How about you, Daniel, bro?
Sorry, I think
Paano
maybe
man?
Gio.
Or Gio.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Wait, we're done with you two. Well, let's
Si
go
Gio,
with
si
the
Gio, si
one.
Gio, si
Gio, si
Gio.
Gio.
I'm really sorry, girl. I'm really sorry, Gio. I shall call you
Kailangan
Gio,
mo
okay, Gio.
mag-English.
Yeah. So, paano mo sila
Yeah. As much as
na-discover?
possible.
How did you guys? Pardon? Pardon me?
Ayun, sorry. The question is how I met them, diba? Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, like they said, there was another bassist, si Carlo Maglasang, or other, ngayon, Nomad. Ang galing na producer.
Magaling na
Ayun, so
producer
he
yan.
had to leave for reasons. Tas ako yung kinuha nilang to fill his shoes. And now I am shoes.
Ay.
natawa ako. Now you are the
You are shoes.
that.
You are now
Wow.
shoes.
Joker to, joker to.
Uh,
That's really cool. That's really cool kasi from your university and now ngayon from the gigs and sessions, doon kayo nagkakita-kita. And I got really curious, about the story of transitioning from your former band name. Kasi diba, dati Nathan at Mercury nga. And to the nows na of Mercury, what's the inspiration pala behind the name? Doon tayo sa Mercury kasi we got Nathan na as of the band. Pero doon tayo sa Mercury, saan nanggaling yung Mercury?
The whole state of Mercury, you mean the whole name in itself?
Just the main of Mercury,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Mhm. Paano nyo nailagay to?
Uh,
Medyo deep siya. Deep yung
medyo
meaning
deep
talaga.
siya noon na. Ano ko sasabihin? Okay, so Nathan and Mercury kasi we were thinking back then kasi we were acting like sort of like collective. So parang collective kami pero we each had our own projects, individual projects. So um parang in a sense na we were acting more of a collective than a band. So yung naisip namin na name would be Nathan and Mercury since parang individual projects yung we wanted. So where we came up with the name. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Gia,
Yo.
hello.
Your
Bakit
fan,
fan mo?
bro? I
You're
think that's
fan?
your electric fan.
Ayan, okay na.
Yan, yan. Okay na.
Ayan, okay
Totally
na.
fine,
Okay.
totally fine, bro.
So
Go ahead.
we were trying to think of a name tapos nakita lang namin yung isang drugstore tapos ayun, yun na yung name.
Are you serious about
Oh, yeah. Pretty
saying of
pretty
those
serious.
that it's really deep?
Yeah.
Tinatawa mo naman.
Well, na
Well, ang pa rin, at least yun yung tumatak and then yung nag-work na name sa industry right now, di ba? And
Mm.
yeah, and from Nathan and Mercury, paano kayo nag-transition from off Mercury na lang today?
I guess eventually kasi even if we were like sort of like a collective, we were acting as a band. Tapos, after gigging for so long and after doing these things, parang we realized na gano'n ka in a sense parang na-butcher kami as musicians, as friends, as a group. Tapos tapos we kind of wanted to transition to a newer and more sort of like a kumbaga parang ano yun, parang grown up na ano, parang ganun like grown up transition na ewan. So from there, from Nathan and Mercury naging of Mercury. So yun, may deeper meaning na Sea of Mercury. So whoever collaborates with us, parang we want them to be considered as a part of Mercury. So
Oh,
ganun
yeah,
that's
so
yung
really
far
cool.
it's
ano.
Kapag
Vincent
pala
of
okay,
Mercury.
of
Yeah.
Mercury, Vincent
Yeah.
of Mercury. Oh yeah,
Yes,
para
sir.
ilalagay ko yung mga bara ko, papakinig ko sa inyo, baka naman.
Yeah, tsaka it
So,
can be anything like in terms of art style, hindi lang basta audio, pwede rin visual art, pwedeng graphic
Visual,
mm,
art.
yeah.
Parang whoever collaborates with us, parang in no matter
mm,
what medium that is or platform. So parang
yeah, see,
ganun yung gusto namin.
yeah, that's brilliant. Kasi seeing your Instagram pa lang ha, you're not just really focused with the sound and the music as well. You also focus on the aesthetics, visuals, some fashion na napaka-cool naman, na ang sarap gawing peg. Kaya yun, napaka ano no, full package ng of Mercury this day. And you undoubtedly grew up listening to a wide range of musical styles and kayo nga naging student kayo of program or degree that relates to music. And can you transport us back to the period where your passion for music and art ignited individually muna tayo before as a band? Parang when was the last time you told yourself na ito yung gusto kong gawin, gusto kong tumugtog, gusto kong umawi, ito yung bumubuo sa personality ko at pagkatao na hanggang ngayon pinangahawakan at pinaninindigan niya. Like can you bring us back to that moment kung na if you still vividly remember, Nathan?
Sorry, rinig ba ako? Medyo I'm freezing. Ganun.
Yes,
Rinig
Oxygen.
ba
you're
ako?
you're always
Okay.
good.
Ay! Wala ako. Anyway,
Wait for it.
going back, mag-usap muna ako habang di pa gumagana yung camera. I think like I come from a background of singers then and family background of singers and musicians. So I guess yung genes nun has been placed upon me. And therefore parang whatever interest then I had with the family from my parents, parang medyo gumanon din yung love ko for music kaya I chose to study it. Tapos from there I wanted to do the sort of like be step into the same shoes as my mom before. So as being in a band, a vocalist for a band. So here I am in of Mercury. Ayun. Siguro okay na
Ayan.
yung camera ko, no?
On my end, bro, it's not yet appearing. Yeah. Oh, it went back into
Yun.
waiting.
Yan,
Okay,
okay
there
na.
we go.
Okay
Okay
na.
na, bro. So
Okay
how
na.
about you, Gio? When was that, moment that you still remember na ito yung path na gusto kong panindigan with my life na do music and art? Go ahead, bro.
Um, Siguro for me is when I went into college nung na-expose ako sa mga ibang tao, yung ibang musikero, ibang music, like it just different perspectives in general na parang shit. A lot more. Ganun. Parang yeah, right now we're still exploring, learning through the whole process.
Right? If
Nice.
Nathan is feeling in the shoes, ikaw yung shoes, di ba?
Ayan.
Ikaw yung
He's the shoe.
Still the shoe.
He's still the shoe.
yeah,
Very good.
that's really good. Are you gonna add some more, bro? Gio?
Uh, okay na yan.
Okay. How about you, bro, Daniel? When was that
um,
lesser
siguro
moment?
it's really vivid kasi I still remember the day na I was waiting for my sister sa Yamaha. So, ako kasi yung bunso, so kasama ko dad ko. Habang nagpapiano ate ko, when waiting, para hindi daw ako maboard, dinala ako sa drum room. Tapos from there, I keep on playing the drums na. Tapos, went to Yamaha. It's still, I started at 3. Tapos until now, I'm still doing the music still. So I guess, hindi siya na-instill sa akin na parang, oh, I wanted music. Parang it was like parang the first time na parang I fell in love with it. Tapos going to college, yung degree kasi namin sa college is not about singing. It's not just about singing, mga ganon. It's the whole scope of the music production. So there's business of music, there's production of music,
Right.
recording.
Mhm.
So mas nag-broad palalo yung thing sa akin for music. So that's where I fell in love more. Parang, oh, new knowledge about mixing, knowledge about recording, jingle writing. It's really broad. So, yun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumakatan din
Like
yan,
it.
to be honest.
Huh?
Oh,
Ay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
sample lang dyan. Sample. Later.
Hindi.
Kapag catering. So that's good kasi you consider music as one way of your life, one of the ways of your life. You know, kahit na hindi mo naman masabi sa sarili mo na hindi ito yung talagang main thing, like forever na, but
Mm.
may place sa heart mo yung music. And that's so good though na ano, and for now with off Mercury and doing everything, you know. Ang gaganda ng music niya, napaka-great. Pinanonood ko. Nagbabad ako sa Spotify from nung pinaalam sa akin. Ay, sila pala yan. Okay, okay. Stream tayo 24/7 with the music para ano ko lang, ma-feel ko lang na part ako ng band. And yun na nga, kagaya ng sinabi ni Nathan na off Mercury, yun pala, when you're collaborating with the artist, parang gusto niyo na maging part din sila, no? Really cool. And that's really clever, no? So, thank you guys. Ang ganda nung ang ganda nung napaka-inspirational, no? And talking about your mga kasamahan nyo sa industriya. Hindi no, I don't want to say competitors, mga kalaban or what. Pero mga kasamahan ninyo sa industriya. There are battalions of rising bands, right? And artists sparking up in the industry. So, where do you draw your inspiration as you create and produce your music? Ano-ano? Or sino-sino ba yung mga naka-impluensya sa Off Mercury na nakatulong sa inyo na hanapin yung distinct style ng brand at ng inyong music?
So,
Sino-sino ba
parang in
naka-influence?
terms of yung mga artist na okay. For us kasi yung mga ganun na question is very medyo kind of vague kasi ang dami namin gusto na artist. So parang as individuals pa. So different pa yung mga inspirations namin as individuals and yung mga inspirations namin as a group. So yung nangyayari is whatever we get inspired with, parang doon siya nalalagay sa isang kanta. So parang we had sort of like siguro for my end leaning towards hip hop and R&B ako. So I like listening to people like Chance the Rapper, Kanye West, mga ganun. Tapos along the line meron din mga Anderson .Paak. So may mga same elements din kami like with sila Gio. Si Gio naman, ikaw sige Gio, you go sa mga inspirations mo.
Yeah. What are those influences and inspiration you got there?
Yeah, so some influences and inspirations for our band and our incoming album of Changin' by of Mercury.
Why?
There's a lot of some like Jordan Rakay was a really big influence to us.
Right, right.
That's like a big name for the influence. Jordan Rakay, check him out, stay solid. And yeah, yun, like Nathan likes the hip hop and R&B side. I like the funk and Motown side and some hip hop then. And yeah, whatever like I used to listen to, apply I apply it to like working with them, songwriting in the band, and I mean like sobrang sobrang no box. Wala no
Mm,
just walang structure. Just do what you want, and if everyone gives a thumbs up, then it is a nice.
Mhm.
nice.
Yes,
Basically.
maganda yun, eh, yeah. How about you, bro, Daniel?
Yeah, so yun nga sa we're di naman like what you said kanina with the industry dito here in the Philippines itself. We draw a lot of inspiration when working. I mean, they have their own sound, we have our own sound kasi si Nathan, si Gio, they have their own thing going on. Ako sobrang sila yung mas tugma sila sa mga listening. Ako yung medyo hiwalay talaga. Pero that's the thing with the band of Mercury. When we create our own music, it doesn't really need to feel na, oh, dapat kasi ito yung in ngayon, so we have to do those things. It's more on we're just really expressing our own sound, our own taste.
Mm,
Sa sinabi nga ni Gio kanina, parang if everybody likes it, it's okay. So I
Mm,
think that's the one na that's really setting us apart.
mhm.
Yeah, yun.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's really cool kasi you really do not go directly doon sa market or doon
Mm,
sa kung ano yung trend ngayon, but you really channel your core as musicians individually. And ang ganda nung sinabi kanina ni Gio na walang box, hindi nyo kinukulong
mm,
yung sarili nyo, kayo bounded. Tapos ini-infuse nyo, you incorporate kung anong taste ng isa, yung gusto ng isa. Tapos kung everyone agrees and if it sounds orgasmic, then it yun na yung gagawin nyo, di ba? And
Mm,
that's really kasi most ngayon, if we're going to observe like a lot of artists, without undermining their
yeah.
talent at
Yeah.
all, are going with the trend, which is also nice, which is also good. And uniquely sa inyo, hindi yun yung parang direct na goal nyo every time you make your music, every time you're doing
Yeah.
right producing. Thumbs up to that talaga. So
mm.
about the music and aside from music, fashion, like fashion wise, nakita ko sa Instagram niyo, ang dami yung mga aesthetic na mga forma doon. It's also affected by the pandemic, right? And the the live shows, missing
Yeah.
live shows and hyping the crowd and doing the privilege and of an artist face to face. And with those na mga naapektuhan sa music, fashion, and entertainment, how is pandemic pushing you, and what are the efforts you did take and you are taking to continue delivering great music to your fans kahit na nandito tayo sa isang bubble na uncertainty with this new
Well,
normal?
making this whole album during the pandemic, that's a big thing. I think one of the bigger efforts that we've had kasi uh, prior or pre-pandemic din kasi nag-iisip talaga kami na gumawa ng album but we never got to, especially nung syempre nagka-lockdown for 3 months. So in that span of 3 months parang during that time medyo yung mga different discoveries and explorations of sound namin nun was very different until we got into pandemic and lockdown. Parang ang dami namin na discovered individually or even together as a group, whether it was online na sharing music lang or as simple as a video call lang of a video call. Parang it just became of parang it was a wild exploration of different types of music while on lockdown. So during that time when hitting 2020 around November, parang doon kami nag sort of we put everything that we learned in the past 6 months of 6 to 8 months of not doing anything. We all put it in a 1 month quarantine together. So nag-quarantine kami sa Tagaytay, nagsulat lang kami and nag-produce lang kami kung ano, whatever man yung nasiisip namin nung time na yon. And those are that whole month was one of the most productive months that we've had as a band. And doon din nag-start yung medyo pag-rebrand and pag-change namin ng name. So um parang nagkaroon kami ng sort of kumbaga parang nahanap namin yung sound namin as a band. I mean, sure, of course, in terms of genre, iba-iba talaga kami. But in terms of, there's this like distinct sound na kaming tatlo that we all figured out. And kaming lima with sila Carlo and Alex na we figured out na during the quarantine na, shucks, ito yun. Parang na-enjoy namin to and we want this out. So that's the reason why kung bakit lumabas si Cholula Kachilus, nandun si Change in Volume 1 and Change in Volume 2 and more to come pa. So dun talaga nag-start yung parang in terms of efforts namin as a group, as a band ano to write more
Bro,
music and for people to enjoy it more. So it's a
mm,
pandemic album.
It's a
yeah,
pandemic album.
it's like a remembrance. Not really a remembrance. Pero sort of, parang ganun. Kasi you were able to still meet, no? Napanood ko yun actually sa website nyo ata. Yung
Mm.
video nila wherein you stayed in Tagaytay and I've watched those blooper-like scenes na ang cool, like napaka-family, napaka-brotherly ng relationship niyo ng isa't isa. How much more kung hindi pa pala nag-pandemic, di ba? And you stayed together for the longest time, you creating and producing music. So, ang ganda nun. And ngayon, na medyo pinipermit na tayo ng situation to go on live shows. I've seen your IG stories, mga nakaraang araw, nag-live perform kayo. It's really cool. And yan, balik na yung industriya. So, how, if you, Daniel, kumbaga, on your end, parang sa'yo, how ready are you na to risk it or to risk, you know, going wild, tama ba yung wild? going, going in the live scene again, performing with your audience and your crowd.
I think number one, it's really a privilege to just really perform our own songs live. And the first time we played it sa Social House in Makati, I think that was April. Sobrang nanibago kami. Yung may fatigue kami na parang hindi na kami sanay. So, talagang parang wait, pagod na kami. Patadagdag pa na may ibang song. So, right now there's a lot of opportunities that's coming in. We're gonna be having a gig on Thursday. It's coming Thursday, and we'll be able to finally play our Chulula kasi is one of our favorite songs. Baka iba na, pero before when we were creating it, yun talaga pinaka-favorite namin. So it's really gonna be the first time that we're gonna be playing it live. So it's really interesting
Yeah.
to see.
Like,
Yeah.
for sure, the reaction of people there be so funky and groove. Kasi kahit ako palang first time kong napakinggan, like, oy, napapaindak ako sa pinakakuan. So like, gusto kong iset na ringtone to para magising ako every morning. In a better way naman. Well, how about you, bro, Gio? How ready are you na? Parang to risk it to. Like, meron ka bang isinasaalang-alang or like may priorities ka ba before you go live performances with your bros?
Meron naman, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, and
Lahat kami nagtitigil lang tao.
like Daniel said,
Go ahead.
nung may fatigue nga, nung first balik, like the first time we played again, sobrang, what is happening? Pero, alam mo yun, I think it's muscle memory. Pero, for the next gigs, let's do it. Let's go.
You know.
Let's go. So, sana maka-attend ako in one of your live
Yeah.
performances.
Oh, game lang.
Yeah.
G.
USG once I go back there sa NCR. Yeah, paatinin niyo ako.
Oo pala.
Papuntahin niyo ako.
Quezon Province ka pala. Okay na na.
So, guys, going to the music scene and your creation, your collaboration with people. How did you end up collaborating with local and international artists like Vince Lucero, Nomad, Hijo, Crazy Donkey? Parang paano niyo sila na-contact? What's your network? Paano
What's
sila
our network?
naka-collaborate?
Well, si Nomad, uh, si Nomad is our producer slash our former member. Nag-name drop na bigla.
Ah,
Okay, so ano, he parang during the pandemic we kind of like thought about him sort of like working with us again in the band, and he has contributed greatly into this whole album, and I really appreciate the guy. I learned a lot from him as well. So we decided, when he started, right, he also had major contributions to the writing as well. So in a sense, it's like he's part of this whole part of the band, but knowing him, because he's a nomad, he'll go for anything. So yeah, we actually got him to collaborate in one of the tracks, and actually, to be since it's one of like the tracks that we with Vince. Vince also is actually our batchmate, batchmate man back in the day. So working with him also was really amazing, and we've had a lot of like talks before with even not just Vince, but even other batchmates, other schoolmates and classmates, blockmates. I don't know, to what if we collaborated together. So there's a lot more to come for regarding that. uh See, with Crazy Donkey, that's also interesting because we've never met the guy in person, never. So to have him be part of, no, be part of, or having us be part
us.
of his track. I think it's one of the good interesting parts because so that the whole opportunity came in, us being under Sony had the good connections with us, and it gave us like sort of like a platform outside the Philippines, which is really good. So, and to be able to work with him and support him in his music as well is amazing. Then, so yeah, more to come. Honestly, we want because of this whole name change, ang dami namin gusto pa namin, like, to collaborate with other artists. So excited kami for the future and other things to come.
Yeah, and you go easily well, no, collaborating with the artist. So napakaganda talaga ng relationship niyo with them and with your
Mm.
connection, music wise, and in your you as a person, as an individual, connecting with them and talking about things and those of the music industry and your passion. Maganda, maganda. So I'm curious, are you eyeing for some other collaboration with more artists? Like, can you name some here in the Philippines or internationally na gusto nyong makakollaborate and why? So let's start with bro Daniel.
Ah, nako. um, for sure, lalo sa industry natin dito sa Pilipinas, ang dami magagaling, as in the community. Oh, nahulog. The community is, it 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 looks big, but it's still small. It's fine. It's big, but it looks small. So everything is up in the air kasi yun nga, marami kaming batchmates na talagang magagaling, and wala pa akong pwedeng masabi kasi yun nga, I don't know what's up in the air. So tama ba yung grammar ko? Parang mali grammar ko. Anyway, yun.
Okay lang. But what were the big names dito sa Pinas?
Big names. Oh my gosh. Um, Nathan, rescue me.
Alright. Nathan, sino yung gusto natin dyan na makakollaborate with the big names
Well,
dito sa Philippines?
well, since siguro for us, or we kind of sort of had the same. So we shared a set with an artist before, during like a Christmas party a few years ago. Her name is Alex Bruce.
Alex Bruce.
So Alex Bruce she's such a good artist. Was one of, parang when we got to work with her in that parang shared set, quote unquote. ang saya lang namin. So I think that's one of the people that we want to collaborate with. Siguro if we're talking about from the batchmates,
Mm.
um, meron si Zed. Di ko lang kung trip ni Zed, pero we'll see. You know, meron si Zed. So, hi Zed. Just
Hi,
saying
Real
hi.
Jen.
Jill, Jill the Four of Spades, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Mm.
Malay nyo. Surprise nyo kami ha kapag ka bigla na lang naglabas ng trailer. Oh, gonna be sharing
Out
that.
of, you know.
That's good. How about you, bro, Gio? Sinong mga big names in our industry na gusto mong maka-collaborate with?
In our industry, sabi na ni Nathan yung sabihin ko dapat.
Hindi, isa pa,
Ah,
isa pa.
meron pa bang iba?
I don't know.
Medyo pagod na ata. Antok pa ata.
Oo.
Anyway,
Sabi ni
that's
Daniel
totally
namatay na
fine,
phone.
dude. Oh, that bad.
Oo. He'll come back, he'll come back.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. So ang nice, no, ang nice because you're eyeing for some local artists as well. How about international? International.
Ay, is this like ano, parang
Catering.
dream collab ganun? Parang
Yes,
is
like
like
the dream
reach
collab.
for the stars type of ano.
Yes.
I will safely say see her, Gio. Yeah? No? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's a thumbs up there. Um Pwede rin si Anderson Paak, probably, you know, ganun. Pwede rin yun. So, mga ganun, a lot of those in that sort of spectrum. So, pero actually kami parang her, I think her yung pinaka-ano namin eh. We want to collaborate with her. Yeah.
Tagging her right now. Malay mo makita niya to. And napakagandang opportunity. And yeah, so thanks for having us, for giving us hints kung sino yung mga gusto niyo maka-collaborate locally and internationally. So, punta naman tayo dun sa, syempre, kagaya ng binanggit ko kanina, I mentioned that there are so many rising talented artists, and how can you tell that Off Mercury is, different from the status quo and bringing a unique flair to the music? So I'll be adding Daniel back to the stream. There you have
So
it.
my phone
Ayun,
died.
yes, your phone died. Ayun,
Okay.
at least okay na, naka-recover ka na, bro. So, yun, as I was asking, maraming mga talented artists ngayon in this day and age. And how can you tell that Off Mercury is different or breaking the status quo and bringing a unique flair to music fans or music lovers? Let's start with Nathan again.
Uh, I don't know eh. I don't know. Parang, I don't know. But I think like siguro as a group, I guess like we just do we're the type of group that loves to share whatever we make. I guess whatever art that we make. So if people find it different from anybody else, then that's great. At the end of the day, we're just a group of guys that want to express ourselves with our music and want people to know and want people to relate to them and share with it and vibe with it and enjoy it. You know, we're as kumbaga parang we're very sort of like yung nga out of the box. So parang I mean walang box or whatever. So whatever comes out or whatever spreads out, could be different for other people, could not be can be different from other people. Maybe it's probably the same for other people, but at the end of the day, we're just here making music for people. So yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Gio? Do you have anything in mind na parang, oh, ito yung brand ng Off Mercury. This is our music. Parang, meron ba kayong holy grail na hindi pwedeng mawala whenever you produce and create your music?
Number
Well,
one,
Gio.
Nathan Wang.
Hassle.
Have you heard this man's
He's a
voice?
numerator, right?
And number two, I think it's just trying out new things,
Mm. Actually,
just being
actually.
open
Mm.
to new things, just taking the risks.
Nice. Take.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Like,
That's so brilliant. That's actually brilliant kasi yeah, you're representing a lot of newbies in the industry na you can do great na while you're still exploring things. Alam niyo yun, yung kahit na wala pa naman, hindi structured, kagaya ng nyo kanina, kahit hindi talagang structured na, like may skeleton na yung pag-produce ng music and pag-create niyo ng sound niyo. But you still, at yung byproduct is ang ganda pa din, ang great pa rin pakinggan. So, ang ganda nun, like, keep on trying pa rin, trying new things, being open
Yeah.
with everything, especially with the arts and music. But how about you, bro Daniel? Ano yung sa tingin mong holy grail ng of Mercury na hindi pwedeng mawala sa tuwing gumagawa kayo ng music?
Yung members. Di joke.
Sali ka doon.
Sorry,
Yun
sorry.
na yun.
I think
Yeah.
the holy grail talaga with Of Mercury is just not boxing ourselves in. I think yun na yung pinaka-holy grail namin. Kasi for us, wala kaming we don't set standards like to ourselves.
Uh-huh.
Parang, dapat ganito sa verse na to, ganito, dapat ganito yung beat. It's really, the holy grail is all about experimenting. It's more of just trying out new things.
Yeah.
It's really those things eh. Yun yung pinaka-holy grail
Expanding
namin.
horizons.
Yeah,
Yes.
talagang pushing, getting choirs, ang dami nangyari.
Widening yung
Diba?
spectrum, kumbaga. Nice. Kasi napaka-diverse. You do not limit each one na, oy, pare, parang hindi ko trip yan. So, matik, parang madi-discourage yung isa. But yung ginagawa nyo is, kapag pasok sa liking at pasok sa standards, kung maganda talaga, i-consider and i-include nyo siya sa music ninyo. And that's really diverse to hear nga, na you allow yourself collectively na pumasok sa, gumawa ng isang bagay, pero nagko-compromise kayo, you meet halfway.
Yep.
Napaka-inspiring nun, lalo na't ngayon na maraming mga tawag dito, ano yung tawag dun sa term yan? Team workers na hindi nagkiklik parate when they're doing their things. And you guys, I can say, pagpasok niyo pa lang dito, hindi lang team workers, but napaka-brotherly na agad ng relationship din. Kaya nakakapag-produce kayo with such cool music, di ba? Yan. Nakangiti din si, si Gio. Ang ating shoes. So, so kung si Gio ang ating shoes, ano naman si Daniel? Kasi si Nathan, he fills in the shoes. Tapos si Gio, he is the shoes. Well, ikaw, Daniel.
Ano ba ako? Ako yung damit? Ganun ba? Ako yung damit? Ako yung damit.
Yeah, para total package kasi ang hirap naman kung nakasapatos lang.
Tama.
Okay. So let's go on with your new track, Cholula Cut You Loose. I was actually about to clarify kung paano i-pronounce, but Nathan has mentioned it a while ago na Cholula. So I was about to ask if it's Cholula or Cholula. So what's behind it? What's behind Cholula Cut Your Loose, your latest single?
Sino sasagot?
Pinta battle.
Ako sa Cholula. Ako lang word na Cholula. Game.
Cholula.
Just the Cholula itself, it's the secret sauce kasi na the boys have been using sa Tagaytay trip namin. Kasi it's a seasoning na spicy seasoning na nilalagay nila sa lahat ng pagkain. Nilagay na sa corned beef,
Filipino brand.
kung saan nila nilagay. Yeah.
It's-
So technically
Mm.
it's a spicy sauce.
Hindi niya
That's
alam
what
kasi hindi
Cholula
natikman.
is.
Ay, sorry.
Yeah, so
I wonder
basically
kung
we
meron
made
sa store. Oh, nice. So, dun yung dinerive mo dun talaga, Cholula.
no, hindi yun yung meaning ng song.
Ah, parang ano lang siya. Ano mo yun? Tawag nito. How did this start ba? So anyway, Cholula sa hot sauce. So
Hmm.
dinala kasi ni Gio 'yun sa Tagaytay, doon sa whatever house that we quarantined in. Tapos ano, parang nung tinikman namin, parang sarap. So lahat nilagay namin sa corned beef, sa chicken, sa pork chop, parang ganun. Kung ano man kinakain namin doon, basta may Cholula sauce nilalagay lang namin. So anyway, while making the song Cholula or Cut You Loose, um, parang I think while we were doing the production, parang while we were producing it, parang sinasabi namin, parang may kulang, parang may ganun. Parang it needs Cholula. Parang ganun yung buong concept kung bakit
Okay.
kaya
Parang
nag-start
yung
yung
ice
oo.
cream, icing sa ibabaw ng cupcake. Kumbaga,
Oo,
di
parang
ba? Yeah.
ganun yung ano. Kaya it started off with Cholula. Pero in reality din kasi the whole song was not even about relationship. It was about laziness personified. Parang ginawa namin tao si laziness. So parang yung lyrics nun parang no, I don't want you
Mhm.
near me, baby. I don't want you to get you off my mind. So parang ganun yung parang I don't want laziness in my life right now kasi alam ko unproductive ako or magiging ako unproductive. So ganun yung buong concept nun. I think the reason why nagkaroon ng Cholula or we named it Cholula is because um well, as per Gio to shouting Cholula in that track, parang sinabi lang namin parang itong buong song na 'to parang kailangan ng Cholula. So minalagay kami na parang ano, depende production or ano, production idea na nagkaroon ng gano'n na vibe kaya gano'n siya ngayon. So, 'yan.
Oh, that's really cool. And I got really curious kasi sinearch ko siya sa internet ngayon, yung Cholula hot sauce. And it's actually, Cholula is actually one of the cities or region in Mexico. So,
Hmm,
siguro, kung hanga to. Kasi I'm a big, talaga, chili fan talaga. Gusto ko din kumakain ng may maanghang na sauce. So, I usually
nice,
have Tabasco. Like, we're mentioning
nice.
brands already. So, yeah, I already got, I might order ha. I might order doon mismo sa sinabi niya na from your track. Yeah. So
Sorry na
how
sa
about
pangalan
that?
ng kanta. Sorry na sa pangalan ng kanta.
Uh-huh. So Gio, with the production of it, that creation process nung Cholula, Cut Your Loose, paano nang parang paano siya? How did the creation process went?
Well, siguro during that time, sila Nathan nagluluto. Tapos kami ni Carlo nandun pa rin sa kwarto na kung saan nakaset up yung laptop for production. And ayun, Carlo started out with a drum beat, then a sample, and then everything progressed from that. Siguro nung gabi na yon may kinain kami na napakasarap ng kasama yung Cholula kaya parang
Yeah,
ano namin
yeah. Siguro it happened like that. Probably happened that way. So
Ang
it
cool,
parang sort of build up from there.
very Charlie Puth kasi 'di ba, if you're a fan of Charlie Puth din, may mga siya, may mga videos siya, mga vlog siya sa YouTube na nagke-create siya ng song like out of the blue, like nasa backstage lang siya ng concert niya. Tapos may pumasok sa kanya na beat, na rhythm. Tapos i-record niya na 'yun on his phone and after a while, yun na yung isa sa mga big hits niya. 'Di ba ang
Mm.
cool kasi hindi siya yung stressful na process na, oh, paano 'tong verse dito, anong beat nito, anong beat pattern nito, things and that, 'di ba? And you created it ng lang, parang experiment style pero ang ganda ng kinalabasan as always. So, so
Yeah.
the meaning, you've told me the meaning a while ago. So How about the, your other tracks na kasama dun sa Change in Volume 2 ninyo, di ba? It is Cholula. The other one is, what is the other
Um,
one? What's the other track?
Energy. Sorry,
Yeah.
is this
Yeah,
the volume two? No,
Energy.
energy stresses. Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah.
yeah, Energy and Stresses. So how about with those two songs, naman, with those two tracks?
Um,
Parang how did you go ahead?
sorry. Stresses. That's the stresses now is different from the demo. Very very different from the demo. Um, as for me kasi, or what we actually did kasi, like I mentioned before, during the pandemic, during the lockdown, we all discovered ourselves and discovered our own sense of music individually. So stresses, I guess, would be one of them. I had my own version of stresses that I was doing at home. So I was trying to do a bunch of demos on it and stuff like that. And I never touched it for the next 5 months. I never touched it again after 5 months. So when we started writing into the getting into the quarantine, or into the quarantine together for 1 month, uh shinare ko yung buong file nun, like the whole stresses demo. And then for many, many, not naman of hours, pero like for quite a while, we were trying to figure out on what to do with it. And then from there, parang nalala ko, parang, what if we just rewrite it na lang, but still some or sort of portraying the same message na stresses pa rin. So some of the elements there dun sa stresses are still come sort of still from the demo, but then at the same time a lot of it also was like changed. So when that came about, that whole stresses vibe came out, and that production make that making of the whole production was very stressful, to be honest. uh because we were thinking
So
of what to do, what's the melody, I know. And then
uh,
we realized na parang panindigan na namin, since stressful tong kanta na to, might as well make the production idea very stressful. So if you listen to
yeah,
the verse, medyo stressful yung dating niya. Then but when you go into the chorus of stresses, parang it's like somebody grabbed your head and said, calm down. Parang ganun yung parang production idea namin.
mhm.
So it was very interesting making that thing, and also the preparations to releasing that thing. So you can say that the song Stresses was very stressful. Thank you.
Nice. Nice,
Mm,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
So
Uh,
wow, with a thank you on the end. Yeah, like it's really different with Lula, right? So napaka
yeah.
in itself, yung stresses is stressful na yung creation process, while yung sa Cholula is of, napaka funky and groovy lang na process. And how about the energy? I would like to have you, Daniel, with that. Dun sa energy, the
Nice.
creation
Oh
process
my
of it.
gosh.
Good Daniel.
No. So energy, it's I can't remember if it was a demo before going to Tagaytay. Was it a demo before going to Tagaytay, or is it during Tagaytay? I don't know.
Taga-joy, taga-joy lang.
So yeah, so we had this ano lang, parang we had this idea, and parang hindi namin ata siya matapos with the boys and si producer namin si Nomad. But that song, it really fits a person na kilala namin, which is Vince Lucero. So Vince added a lot of ear candy vibes. If you mapapansin niyo sa bridge part, kasi the song is really long. Maraming mga ano yan eh, maraming mga elements to the song that makes you just want to listen to the point na it's calming you down. Since stresses was really stressful. Energy naman is a whole different thing. Na parang it's just a calming vibe, it's just a calming sound. And
Mm,
maraming weird things. There's like a singing bowl na mga nilagay. And medyo wild in your production na yun. But turned out into being a really interesting one.
Mm.
mhm.
Kumbaga parang
That's
very
cool. That's really
experimental.
cool.
Mm.
Yun na, I think yun yung
Yeah,
pinaka-experimental natin.
Yun yung
I
attribute ko
yung
for
think.
it.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Energy was really the most experimental ever.
Energy was demo of whom? Demo of you, um, Daniel? It was your
Um,
demo?
No, no, no. Sa Tagaytay na lang siya ginawa.
the thing that
Parang,
started from
Mm,
scratch, one of the
right.
songwriting
mm,
quarantine. Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
I guess this question will be for Bro Gio. Gio, are you still there? You sleeping, bro? Let's ask this to the shoes. So out of those three tracks that you have for your change in volume two, what's your favorite one? Do you have a favorite one? Na
I do, and it is energy.
Nice.
Same. Nice.
why so?
And it's I like it, man. Sobrang nakakaano siya eh. Nakaka it gets you up off your seat and makes you do things. Yung just the whole vibe of it. Gusto mo gumalaw. And na parang tumatayo ako, just do whatever around the house. Pag yun yung nag-play on shuffle, like on Spotify, ganun.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Sarap.
So energy is in Cholula Touch. So with those new volume or those the volume number two changes, like may mga kinukulo ba kayo? Iniluluto ba kayong mga bago? Or you stick on promotion nung tatlong mga kanta na yon? Or may or on progress may ginagawa pa kayo ngayon?
Sige din yan. Parang
Hmm,
alam ko,
on,
parang ikaw yung wanna answer that eh.
uh, may tinatapos pa kami with the remainder. Pero um sa next namin na i-release soon, eto na yung pinaka, I don't know what's the word for it. Kasi ako, may favorite song ako doon. I really like ever since the Tagaytay trip. Tapos, wala, hindi ko ma-explain eh. I think
Emotional.
just wait for the next few that we're
I
gonna
feel
be
like the
releasing.
next volume's emotional.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
yung ganun yung ano, no?
Sobrang, intimate. Sobrang intimate na
Ah,
yung,
nice. That's good thing.
yep.
Thank you for hinting
Uh,
us about
Reach. Ay, sorry. Ay.
that's nice. So aside from the music, doon naman tayo sa mga live performances niyo, sa mga gigs. Saan kayo pupunta next? May mga gigs na ba? May mga signed na ng mga music,
Um,
something like that?
well, if you guys continue to whoever's listening, if you guys continue to follow our socials, it's of Mercury on Twitter and Instagram, of Mercury on Facebook. You guys can check our. We'll be announcing more shows, but we do have one coming in next week Thursday. Tama.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday.
Next week
Where is it?
Thursday. It's a
Where is
gig
it though?
in Social House Makati. It's
Makati.
gonna be with Sundown from Cebu. So
Tago.
if you guys are down to watch it, you may do so. We will send in more details soon. Ayun.
Mm, cool. That's and yeah, I guess that's it. Or anything that you want to say to your fans. Oh, by the way, may tawag ba kayo sa mga fans ng Off Mercury? Like like fan name, phantom, something like
I
that.
don't I don't
Very
know
ano
it.
no,
Wala pa, wala pa.
Wala pa. We were thinking of
pa
mercs
pa.
pero parang mercenaries yun eh. I don't know eh. So, well, we'll see. Pero
How
to
about
all the people
you?
listening to us, thank you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, may
Uh,
mga fans dyan, no, mag-suggest ng mga names and all.
magsasabi
Yeah.
sila ng mga names,
Okay,
no?
so I guess that's it. So, okay. How about you pala, Gio? Any last word? Any last, ang ano no, any last word? Like, message
Any
to
last
your listeners, to the audience of Off Mercury, our shoes.
Hello, I am Shoes. We are of Mercury. So follow us on Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know the thing. Stream our music. Sana ma-enjoy niyo. I hope you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed the music.
Yeah.
We also have Cholula music video out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Please do check it out.
Yo, man.
Check it out if you got the time. If you do, we thank you.
Poet.
Napakasugma naman nun. Ang cool nito siguro kasama ka. Hindi ka magsasawa wherever you. So, bro Daniel, how about you? Anything that you want to message to the listeners and the
um,
audience?
yeah, I just want to say thanks for tuning in for today. At the same time, thanks for having us. It's really a pleasure. On behalf of the band. Hopefully, we'll see you guys soon. Some gigs. Hopefully, there's gonna be more gigs. Not just in NCR, but hopefully we could play somewhere else because that's gonna be cool. And
Mm-hmm.
dahil mahilig kami kumain, so excited kami pumunta sa
Ay,
ibang
ako
lugar
din.
para kumain.
Food
Totoo.
No,
lover. Food lover din
we,
ako.
Tama yan.
I see.
and
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah.
I'm a pizza and burger boy. Also,
Ooh.
chicken boy.
Ooh.
Kayo ba?
Ooh.
When it comes to food,
Ano,
ikaw, Nathan,
burger,
burger.
pizza, mga Japanese food din.
The
Yeah,
Japanese
Japan.
food.
Japanese
The
food.
Dakimasu. Yeah. Anime siguro. Anime to. Otaku. Are you an otaku as well?
I'm sorry?
Sakto lang.
Otaku. Sakto.
Oh.
Iyo. Oh, ikaw Daniel, bro. Are you
Na,
into anime?
the two boys are into anime.
A bit.
Yeah.
Ako a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mas ma-anime
Sakto lang.
si Gio.
Pero si G yung pinaka
Yun na naman siya with smile. Okay, so I'll thank to you of Mercury. So best wishes talaga on your musical path. We are fans. Look forward to hearing more of your songs, of course. Learning about you and aside from the music, of course, also your personal life as well. But before we say goodbye to our audience, I'd like you to do the pitch. So, of Mercury, the floor is yours.
So hi, we are of Mercury and our
Mercury.
music is on Fresh FM, your favorite hit music station. That's it.
All right. It's Nathan who said it on. Would you like us to do it again? Let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and go.
Hi, we are of Mercury
Our
and our
music
music is on Fresh FM, your favorite hit music station.
All right.
Some
Thank
bonus
you.
somehow.
So I'm on your live performances of Mercury concerts and awards and may the strongest force be with you, bro, Nathan, Gio,
Thank
and
you.
Daniel. And there you have it, Fresh Squad of Mercury live on Fresh Sound. This has been Vince the Prince, vibing on your zone, your sound, your crown, only here on the hit music station, Fresh FM. Bye bye.